YouTube, this is an update, volume 2 of my blackwing deck. Took some cards out, put some other cards in. I've been getting, you know, comments of cards I should put in that I have put into the deck already. Thank you for those who actually put some input in. Um, it's been about 2 weeks since the last time I did a video. The deck has been doing very good, especially against fairies, piercing those mystic shine balls. It's great. So we're just gonna get to it. I hear people are getting their Tech Genius Hyper Librarians in today. I have not received mine. I can't wait to get it. That's all I gotta say about that. So the deck still runs Dark Armed, of course. You know you run Dark, so you gotta run one Dark Armed. I bumped it up to 2 Doom Caliber Knights. This card's amazing. You run into like anything that searches when it gets destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, and they don't get their search. Your monster dies, of course, but at least they don't get a plus off of it. Next, we're still keeping 2 Sirocco's. These are what pump up your blackwings, so they're able to, do their piercing effects or whatever other effects that they have. The 1 Zephyros Elite. I thought about bumping this up to 2. Of course, I can't afford it right now to bump it up to 2, but I'm thinking I'm gonna run 2 of these. It's an amazing card. You know, any card that's faced up, you just bounce back to your hand because it's the cost to bounce back before you special summon him. You know, then you special summon, and when Exceeds come out, this thing is gonna get even better. So next, of course, is the 3 Shura, the Blue Flames. Stuck with 3 because it's 1800 beater who gets out your value, so you can sink for 5. I took out Kochi to Daybreak just for the simple fact that I can't use it with Shura, and it doesn't work with the deck if it can't, if you can't use it with this. So I took it out. It runs good without it. We stuck with the 3 Boras, of course, because they pierce. I love piercing their Mystic Shine balls against Agent Angels. I played a lot of those at my card shop because they're running rapid over there, man. It's crazy. They jumped on the bandwagon and just think the deck is like the shit when it really ain't, unless you have like Dark Lord Christia and 3 Hyperions and Solemn Judgments, and you know what I'm talking about. Next, we got our Lonely Kalut, and to back that up, we are running 2 copies of Jetstream the Blue Sky, which I think is an amazing card. We all know that, Kalut is basically an honest for Blackwings. This card right here, since this went to 1, is a very good card. You just discard it just like you would your Kalut, and your monster doesn't die. You would still take battle damage, but who cares? You know what I mean? You basically got 3 wannabe Kaluts. But the card's amazing. I love it. And if I bring it out with Shura, and I have Zephyros in the graveyard, I just, send this back so I can reuse it and then, special summon Zephyros. So it's very versatile. We have 1 Gale, 1 copy of Gale, of course. Gotta run Gale. We got our 3 copies of our Blizzard the Far North because we sink into level 6s a lot. So it helps manipulate your graveyard so you can bring out Dark Arm. Next, we're running 2 values. I was running 1. I bumped it up to 2. I don't like the card, but the card's good in this deck. I cannot not play it, If you have like a level 5 or level 6 in the graveyard that's a Blackwing, you just remove this and that Blackwing and you can special summon the next level up. Like Armor Master or, what is that other one? The Silverwind of the Ascendant or whatever it's called. So yeah, this card's good. I run 2 of them. That was the monsters. I know it's a big monster count, but I really like it. It works with my playing style. Anyways, we went to spells. We got 2 Pot of Duality. Guys, I would run a 3rd one, I promise you, but I do not have the money for a 3rd one. If I had the money for a 3rd one, I would get it. This deck really, really, really is super fast with 3 of these. I mean, don't get me wrong, having 2 of them is just as good, but 3 is a lot better. especially on dueling network. I use 3 and it's amazing. The one copy of, Black Whirlwind. If you have Black Whirlwind on the field, you can bounce it back with Zephyrios the Elite, so you can reuse it again. So, I mean, you can, search your deck twice if you play your cards right. Well, actually, no, you can't because you only get one normal summon. Anyways, forget that. One, Allure of Darkness, more draw power. Mind Control. I really like this card. I just take over my opponent's monster and use any one of my tuners just to sync up with it. One lonely copy of MST because you really don't need 2 MSTs in this deck. You destroy back row with Icarus and Delta Crow, so one's good enough. Giant Grenade, just bounce back all back rows, just back row hate. Monster Reborn and Dark Hole are 2, main staples. For traps, a lot of people run like 11, 12 traps in their blackwings. I don't. I think I have 8. But it works. So we have our 2 Icarus attacks. Of course, you need 2 Icarus attacks. Just blow up 2 cards on the field. 2 Dimensional Prisons. I thought about running 3, but 2 works good for now. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. The reason why I prefer this over Warning. Guys, don't get me wrong. I have the money for Warning. I could get Warning if I wanted to. I could borrow Warning if I wanted to. I don't like paying those 2,000 life points. I really don't. And if you pay up 4,000 life points just for 2 warnings, and I summon like 2 monsters that have 2,000 attack or better, you're basically dead if you don't have anything to stop it. So I just use this. Your effect goes off because you call priority, blah blah blah, but your monster is removed. So next we run the Delta Crow. I was siding this. I think maining it was a good idea. I don't know who told me that, but I mained it. I listened to what they said, and it actually works great. Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression to me is the best trap. That's my personal preference. You could think anything else, but I really like this card. Negates the summons of special summons. Pay 100. That's all you gotta do. It's great. 1 Solemn Judgment, signed by Greg Ivy. I know I threw that out there. I don't even know why I did, but yeah, 1 Solemn, Judgment. I get Judgment and Warning mixed up all the time. It's ridiculous. And of course, the Lonely Mailed Force. That wraps up the deck, but it does not wrap up our synchros. I got a new addition to my synchro pile, guys. It's Trishula. I finally got it. It's great. Thanks to my teammate Christian, I'm able to play this card in my deck. So, 1 Trishula. One of these guys, because with Value and Armor Master, you can make this a Silverwind the Ascendant. Even though I can make it with the monsters I have, I'd rather just use the Value to make this. 1 Stardust. I was thinking about running 2 Stardust, but 1 Stardust is good. We got our Scrap Dragon, blow up stuff on the field. It's great. We have our 1 Colossal Fighter. We have Black Rose Dragon, blows up the field, or just sits there as a 24 beater and kills shit. Next, we run 2 Armor Masters. A lot of people run 1, I run 2. Bio Turbo run 3, but I just stick in between 1 and 3. So, it's a good card. Can't be destroyed by battle. You can put a counter on a card and make them drop down to 0 attack. So it's awesome. It's a good card. Of course, if you use Value from the graveyard, its effects is negated. Blah blah blah. Y'all probably know that. Next, we run our 3 copies of Armwing. This card right here, you need to run 3 of. I was running 2. I really needed that 3rd one so I can make this with Value, and so I put the 3rd one in, and it runs amazing. Plus, sometimes people either will Bottomless or they'll, Solemn Judgment or Solemn Jordan. So, oh my lord. basically they'll saw on the damn thing, and you won't be able to reuse it. So run 3. If I'm stuttering on my words, it's because I'm eating this beautiful Hershey's chocolate bar. This thing right here, these things are good. Special dark chocolate, I love it. Anyways, back to our synchros. Our Lonely Bionic. Yeah, bounce shit back to the hand. 1 Gaianite, it's another level 6 that can get over Stardust and Shin and stuff like that. Alia Justice Catastor, real good card. And we have Magical Android. This will change to Tech Genius Hyper Librarian once it comes in my Shonen Jump magazine. Like I said, people are getting theirs and I haven't got mine yet, so I'm not going to be calling up Shonen Jump yet and bitching them out, but this card will be replaced with Hyper Librarian. So, Volume 2 of the deck, please tell me what you think. Constructive criticism is welcomed. I don't care what you say. I could listen to it and I could not. So, this is John from T Battle Faders, and pay close mind to a couple more videos coming out. I got a Tech Genis Flameville deck, and I have a Dragon deck that my teammate is basically running. So look out for those on my channel, and good night, YouTube.